Do you want to see how to hire on ODESK and how to get hired on ODESK? I'm going to show you that right now as I create a job live for freelancers and then invite them to it. If you're an employer on ODESK, this will give you a way to very quickly create a job and get the right people to apply to it. If you're a freelancer on ODESK, this will help you to get hired because you can see what the savvy people like me are looking for that can get you hired and what you need to do if you want to make money on ODESK. I can tell you ODESK is an outstanding way to make money online, especially when you're just getting started. If I had it all to do over again, one of the first things I would do would be to set up an ODESK profile and get to work online, because you can learn skills on ODESK and get paid to learn them. So anything you're already doing, you can do it on ODESK, learn how to do it better, and then continually build yourself up. I did this the hard way by having my own business and offering services. It's a lot easier to do when you're on ODESK. The hard part is getting hired, and for an employer, for someone like me that has things I need done and money to spend, it's hard to figure out who to pay and who to hire. So I've built a simple system that does a fairly effective job with quickly getting me good people to work. I'm showing you inside my actual account now, and I will show you an example of what I've done. So I've hired these freelancers recently to transcribe my videos, and I'm grateful they have done such a great job with it. What I did is I split up all my videos into a fixed price small format and then hired 4 people to transcribe them. This way, I didn't have to take a chance on one in particular. I gave all of them smaller amounts of videos to do, and then I just keep giving them videos based on who does a good job. I created a simple task for them to show me they could actually do the work. And that's what I'm going to do now. This time, I have videos I need edited. So step 1, I need to post a job. In order to post a job, I looked a little bit around the freelancers, but I'm going to come back to that at the end. And if you're a freelancer, you'll want to take note of exactly how this entire process works, because understanding what the employer is doing is key to getting hired. If you're understanding why people are posting these jobs, how they're going about it, and what they want, you can more easily get hired. And you can more easily pick the right jobs to apply for. So what I need is ideally one person to do a great job of it, but practically a few people to edit videos for me. I have several Udemy courses I want to make stuffed full of videos. I have more than 25 hours of videos online already, and around 40 or so hours of videos I have on my computer that I want edited into the right format for Udemy. And then all I want to do is make an intro to the course and a promo video myself and use what I've already made to constitute the entire course. And then it's easier to add more to the course. But right now, I want to take what I've already gotten, especially in areas like YouTube. I've made over 3 hours of videos on YouTube. And the problem is, for me, it just takes a while to go through and edit all these videos. I want to be able to just make the videos how I want to make them and then feed them to a video editor. So now that you understand what I need to do, whether you're an employer or looking to get hired, you can understand where this process starts. So now that I know what I want, I need to take a look around at posting the right job. So I'm going to actually do this job the first time through with you here. And it takes a minute. I don't know exactly where the video editing is. Design and multimedia, I would guess. So there, I have a video production job. I don't see an actual video editing, but that might be it. I'll just take a look around the rest of these to make sure I haven't missed the video editing, because it's key to put in the right category. That will give you automatically people to apply for it. Now the second thing is the job title. So here's what I want. I want a job title that communicates exactly what I need done. So I have a video editor for Udemy courses. That's, I think, the most key of what I want. It shows what it's for, but I also want to note that I mostly want bigger videos. I often do videos like an hour plus long. I want some of these bigger videos I've done to be taken down into smaller parts. But I think a video editor covers that. So video editor for Udemy courses and YouTube. And I might be able to just put online courses in YouTube. So here's the key, is describing the work to be done. I want to give someone the opportunity to do the actual work for me. Now, ODESK does not let you get work done for free. So this is tricky. The idea is usually to put a sample in the form of the interview. So let me go review a job I've already done, and I actually could even reuse a previous job. But what I want to do is look at a job I already put up and look at the wording I used on it, because that's a little bit of a shortcut. So I can go to view all job postings, and I encourage you, wherever you're at, to always save the part in the describe work to be done in another window. So let me look at closed jobs. And as a freelancer, it's important to understand how this process works. When someone wants you to do something, you want to be able to understand clearly what they want. Here's the job I posted for the transcribers. Now look how I titled this: Digital Marketing Video Content Specialist. The reason I titled it this way is I want to get people to transcribe my videos for a lower cost than I would just hire a transcriber for. So the way I pitched the job to them is, you can transcribe these videos and you can learn in the process. This is important for inviting people to the job. I invited the people that would find that appealing to the job, and now I pay $30 per hour of video transcribed, which is a great rate, from people who have digital marketing experience. But the key is the way I pitched it to them. I said, hey, transcribe my videos and you can essentially be getting paid to learn. I'm making it clear that these videos are not just something generic that won't matter to them, but they're willing to do the work for a lower cost than they might to transcribe something else, because it's also useful to them. So I want to do that however possible. The trick is, with this job, video editor for online course and YouTube, I'm going to want to make the exact same sales pitch. So I'm going to call this Digital Marketing Video Editor for online courses and YouTube. I want people who already know about what I know about to edit these videos. Since a lot of people with these kinds of skills charge a lot, I've got to pitch it to them that it's going to help them learn as well as pay. So I'm making it worth more than the money. And you can see I've already spent, this is my job posting. I want to take the same format because this format has proven to be very successful. You can see I've spent over $10,000 on ODESK. The hourly jobs, I am not big on hourly. I like fixed rate jobs because it's simple for everyone. I know how much I'm paying and what I'm getting. But when I've paid hourly, I pay as low as possible. If it's an hourly job, why would you want to pay any more than the lowest possible? As a freelancer, that's important to understand. Most employers that are savvy do not want to pay hourly. If you're an employer, you don't want to pay hourly. You want to pay by project or by getting something actually done for you. I learned that the hard way. I think about everything I've ever learned was the hard way. So here's the work. I start off with, how would you feel about getting paid to learn digital marketing through video training? My YouTube channel has hundreds of videos. Now let's edit this, that I would like to have edited into different formats, mostly in terms of time. And this is a little wordy, but I'm doing my best here with this live. So this is what I want. I want the videos edited into different, I shouldn't say different formats. I want to say into lectures that I can use online, and into long comprehensive training courses. That's what I want. So let me put this in lay terms. Means I have long videos I would like edited into short sections, and shorter videos combined into longer complete videos. Here's where I talk about getting paid now. You can make, and here's what I have to figure out how to do for this one specifically. For the transcribing, it was easy to say a flat rate of $30 for each hour of video. I tried by hiring one of my friends that was a grad student before with me. I hired him at a fixed hourly rate to transcribe the videos, and then I put this fixed rate at half of the time it took him to edit the videos. So for an hour video, it was costing me around $70 to have him edit it hourly. So I put $30 for each hour of video this way. So what I want to do is figure out the same kind of system for shorter videos. So I'm thinking $20 for each 20-minute video edited from a longer video. And $50 for each comprehensive video of, let's say, 2+ hours. So there, I can pay a fixed amount for what I'm getting. So I have a Udemy course. I might need 10 to 20 minute videos to get it started. So then I know that'll cost me about $200. And if I want some longer videos for other course formats, then I can throw up a video on SkillFeed, and I know I can pay a flat $50 and throw that up on SkillFeed, and it'll probably make the money back in a few months for each individual video. And I, of course, can then put some of these on other free formats if I want as well. So the idea is I'm making a very specific task. So if you're a freelancer, finding these kind of jobs can be really good for you. Because if you can see that you might not think it's great to get $20 for spending an hour or two watching a video and editing it, but here's the thing. These kind of jobs make for very good ongoing work. This is something I will need done for a long time. And they promote building a system. So if you're a freelancer and you can find a fixed price job that you can optimize, so in other words, the first time someone does this, it might take an hour or two to even get one 10 to 20 minute video out. But the more they go through and work with my videos, they might be able to power out a 10 to 20 minute video in just 10 to 15 minutes. Or they might be able to power out a series. They might be able to watch my videos and edit out an entire course of 10 plus videos in just a few hours and then make a few $100s. So this promotes learning on your part. If you can find fixed price jobs like this, where you can learn to work and then work faster, because that's what I do in my own business system. People pay me a lot to do things because I have systems in place where I can do them very fast. So when they look at what I'm doing, they would have to imagine I'm spending about all day doing it, like with my Facebook ads that I do. But the thing is, I've made systems. I can go through and do work that would take someone else hours. I can go through and do it in 20, 30 minutes because I've done it so many times before. I know what I need to do, what I don't need to do, and I've got a very good system down for doing it. So that way, the effective hourly rate I get paid is way higher. No one would pay me the hourly rates I would charge. I know because I tried. You can look at my ODESK profile. I don't have an hour worked on my ODESK profile. I get people to pay me directly, and so this kind of setup is great for both the employer and the freelancer. You set up a system like this, and I don't know if these prices will work. All I can do is invite people to my job, and I'll show you how I invite people to this job and try and explain how lucrative it is for them to do this. If done well, someone could easily put very little work into making me a comprehensive video for $50. It might not happen on the first try, but what I want to do is hire several people, see who can do it, see who will do it, and then keep paying the 1, 2, 3 people that do a good job with it to do it repeatedly. And those people are likely to build a system that will become very effective for them time-wise. So I would guess that eventually someone doing this could power out 10 to 20 minute videos for me, like it's their job, in a very short period of time. They might send 10 videos all at once and have it take an hour or two. And then they'd be making like $200+ to do that. That'd be a good deal for both of us then. I don't know exactly how great this will work, but I can guess it will work pretty well based on my previous experience. So what I've done, and I've posted a lot of jobs on ODESK, as you could see from this one, 29 jobs posted now. This is my system. I start with a sales pitch. How would you feel about getting paid to learn digital marketing through video training? My YouTube channel has hundreds of videos I would like to have edited into lectures I can use online and into long comprehensive training courses. So I've explained what I need, and then I say you can make $20 for each 10 to 20 minute video edited from one of my longer videos, and $50 for each comprehensive video of 2+ hours. So here's the key thing. For the application and interview, I do not want to spend any time. I spent almost no time interviewing people for this job. I've looked at other ODESK jobs and they want Skype interviews. Hell no. They want written things. They have all kinds of questions they ask. Hell no. You don't want to take that much time to apply for a job, and you don't want to take that much time interviewing anyone for that job. Why? Because it takes a lot of time, and it rarely helps predict who can do a good job. Google did massive research and data on their employees, and you know what they found? Google found they had a very poor time predicting who would be a good employee before they actually hired the person and let them be an employee. I assume that up front. I assume I am likely to do a poor job predicting. Therefore, I plan for failure. I hire 3 to 4 people, figure out that several of them may not work out. But what I want is one person or 2 or 3 or 4 people that will all do a good job. I got lucky on this job. I hired 4 people that are all doing a good job on it. and I think 20 or 30 people applied. But here's the key. This is it right here. And if you're a freelancer, you want to find performance-based applications. You can see someone serious and will be a good potential employer when they can do a performance-based application. That means where you do a small, simple task for them and then they make it clear they immediately hire you. No fooling around with an interview, no this or that, hemming and hawing about asking additional questions. A quick performance-based interview. That way you know you just do a sample of the work. More importantly, you figure out if you want to actually do the work or not. If you don't like doing the work, you sure as hell wouldn't want to waste time applying for the job. This gives the freelancer an opportunity to see if they like doing the work or not. You can see on my transcription video, here's what I did. I said for the application and interview, please find one video on my channel and transcribe the first minute of it. This interview will give me enough information to immediately hire you to do the first hour of video. You see, that eliminates everything else I don't need to know and gives me only what I do need to know. If someone gives me a resume or anything like that on the interview and they don't give me exactly this, I know they didn't read and I don't want to hire them. If they give me a 1-minute transcription full of typos, misspellings, and ugly looking text, I know I don't want to hire them. 4 people gave me smooth, nice looking transcriptions. I hired all of them. They all are doing a great job now. They all enjoy doing the work. That's a good system for everyone. So here's what I'm doing. I'm going to put that format into this. So it's challenging to think about how now can I have someone give me a sample of what kind of video they will edit. I don't actually care about them using the video software. I can trust that if someone's going to apply for a video editing job, they probably know how to actually edit and give me a file in the right format. So I'm going to assume they know how to do that. What I don't know, what I need to know is, can someone look through my YouTube channel and figure out where they could chop a video up? So what I'm going to ask someone to do, and I'm thinking of things like this quick on the fly, which is a blessing. What I'm going to ask someone to do is look through my channel, and I'm putting this down. This is an actual job I'm posting. It's probably filled by the time you watch this, but I will be putting up a jobs page on my website at some point, jerrybanfield.com, that will have all the jobs I am posting. But for now, all I have is my ODESK profile, which you can only see previous jobs, which is why I'm going to put up a jobs page. But if you want to find out about my new jobs, you can just subscribe here and my new jobs will be announced through my email list. So here's the thing. What I want to do is find someone that can find one of my videos and figure out how to chop it up. So first, I'm going to need someone that enjoys watching these long ass videos I make, because there's no question I make a lot of videos. So what I could do is give someone an exact video, but I'd rather not do that because I want someone to choose which video they want to chop up and be savvy enough to go down through here and say, okay, there are 3-hour-long videos, or this is 18 minutes, to go through and pick a video on the subject they want to work on. Because I have videos on so many subjects. So this is all going on in my head. So I'm thinking, how can I create a performance-based task? For both hiring and being hired, figuring out this performance-based task is crucial. If you want to get hired, figuring out which performance-based tasks you can do is crucial. I've seen some other employers, this is how I got the idea, of course, putting up good performance-based tasks on their hiring, and that's why I started doing this. So when you understand this performance-based hiring process, then you can understand how to figure out what performance-based tasks you should do when you're applying. So here we go. I want someone to plan out. I want them to do the planning. I want them to please find one video on my channel, and instead of transcribing it, let's see, I need to find one first that's longer, that is at least an hour long, and give me the title of each 10 to 20 minute video you would make out of it. So this will require them more than likely to watch a good bit of my videos. So it's important way I pitched the job, so to say, you are learning while you're working. So then they might say, okay, I like this idea of this WordPress YouTube content. I'm going to click on that and then watch this video and then figure out how to chop it up. Now, if they wanted to just do smooth for the interview, then they could just skip ahead and say, okay, maybe I'll find a thing to chop it up right here. There's lots of ways they could do it, but more than likely, they would need to find one that they wanted to watch. So that's why I don't force a certain video. I'm going to let them pick from one of my existing videos so that then they can figure out which one they'd like to watch and then go from there. When I actually have them do the work, I will give them specific courses or types of videos I'd like to make, but for this, it'll make it a little easier. So for the application and interview, please find one video on my YouTube channel that is at least an hour long and give me the title of each 10 to 20 minute video you would make out of it for a course lecture. This interview will give me enough information to immediately hire you to do the first 3 10 to 20 minute videos. And I'm going to put these in letters just so it doesn't mix there. So you can see how I designed this. This interview will give me enough information to immediately hire you to do the first 3 to 5 10 to 20 minute videos worth $60 to $100. While the idea is that you can easily get paid $60 to $100 to edit one of my longer videos into these shorter sections on a regular basis. So that I'm trying to communicate to them that while the application interview might take a little while, I'm setting you up to immediately get hired. So I'm doing this instead of the interview. So then I want to give them instructions for finishing this. Please give me the link to the video you selected and the titles of the edited videos. The titles should all be unique and reflect a place they would appear in a course on the same subject. So I'm trying my best to get the right kind of thinking person. And what now I've said, thank you for applying, my gratitude, and I look forward to working forward to hiring up to 3 of you soon. Well, I want to make it clear that this is a job I'm hiring several people for. And now, like I said, I'm going to copy this and drop it over in Notepad on the other screen here, because sometimes when you go to submit a course or a course, you can see I've been doing online courses a lot today. You can see sometimes, hopefully not live, but sometimes ODESK will crap out and fold right when you're in the middle of doing a job post or right when you're about to post it. So always copy your description, because you see all that work I just did there. My computer's on battery backup, so it's not likely I'm losing power. But I try and make sure I don't lose things. It's just a quick, easy edit. So I hope through all of this, if you're a freelancer, you're getting a good idea of the mindset of the type of employer you would want to work with, and the value of doing a performance-based interview, even when it might seem like a pain or be out of the ordinary. Finally, if you're a freelancer and you've watched this long, I hope I'm offering you some really powerful tips at the end of this to help you get a job. So first, I'm going to show you how, as an employer, how I'm recruiting the right people for this. So I'm putting fixed price on here, pay by the project, and then I'm looking for intermediate, and then I want to put a budget on here that reflects enough for an entire course. So I'm going to put the budget at how much I want to work with everyone. So I'm going to put at least $500 on here, because I only have to pay a milestone. So I only have to pay a milestone to start with, but I do need to deposit the first milestone, which, based on what I said, will be $60 to $100 to do the first several videos. And I might even want to put this down. I might want to try to do a lower amount and do it that way. So I'm going to try this first on a lower amount, because I can see the costs on this are going to add up quickly. So I'm putting the costs on this down, and then I'm structuring it so that now I want to put the idea back up here. Alright, so I'm trying to communicate. It might not seem a lot. $10 for each video or $25 for each comprehensive video. It might not seem a lot up front, but when you consider your learning and when you consider doing it on a regular basis, it will pay well. So I've lowered the payout, because I can always repost this at a higher rate. That's no big deal. So I'd rather start lower and see if people will do it there, and then pay more as needed, because I want the first job to be worth $30 to $50, and then let them know it's on a much bigger budget. So now I have a couple of things to finish on here, and then the job's up. So I want to pick several freelancers. I want at least 3. I want to remove cover letter. I don't need a cover letter, and I don't need either of these questions. Those questions I applied for some jobs on ODESK are really annoying. So I take those questions off. And now I'm going to put North America on here. And I want native, I want good English, or at least fluent. It's not as important as it is for transcribing. So now the very final touch I need, and let me copy this to Notepad. The very final touch I need are the right skills. So I'm going to do video editing, video production, YouTube marketing, video post editing. I want to get the right people in on here. So they might not have put the exact skills on there. What I want to do is cast a decently wide net on here so that I can get the right type of people in here. Interesting, they don't have digital marketing. There, I can even put some programs like Windows Movie Maker, and some specific things on there. Camtasia. They have Snagit. Oh, they do have Snagit. Nice. Okay, so I've put these specific skills on there. So now my job is complete. So you can see this is a whole job done, and all I have to do are look at interviews after I invite a few people to apply. That's all I have to do, or look at interviews. I don't have to screw around and interview people. It's straight to the point. So now I go through here and I post. Here's the moment of truth. Please fix the errors below. Oh, I want an end date, so I want to put an end date far in the future, like next year. So they know this is an ongoing project. And I should have probably saved draft below in case of errors. But I just went straight and posted job because I took it from there below. So now what I want to do, the key is I need to invite people to apply. I need to invite people to apply. And now what I want to do is go through and search. I want to go through and search and then send a very personalized message to people. And what I want to do is go through and look at the message I wrote before that already worked. You can see a lot of this is just trial and error. And so you can see that I sent that to someone that applied before. That applied. This was a new one. She actually applied and transcribed. So you can see these are successful applications. She actually applied and shared her experience, but then she actually shared the work too. But the thing is, I need to find the right message to send. I already did this once, and I don't know if I invited her or not. I don't think I actually invited her. So she is the only person I hired who actually applied to this job on her own. So you can see if you apply to jobs, it can work out very good for you. So now what I want to do is take this message, and now I want to search for freelancers. I have a job posting up, and I want to find freelancers for it. So I want to search for video editing. But it might be even better to find someone who does more digital marketing too. So that can be tricky. So what I want to do is stick these skills in. Video editing, and then I want to try something like social media marketing, and let's try that and see how it comes out. There, someone like that's a video marketing editing specialist. Now the key to finding good freelancers, and watch, if you're a freelancer, watch how I sort this. What I want to know are people who are active. People who are active are more likely to respond, so this is one of the only things I sort on, are active. And then I sort on North America. And you can see I've put in 2 exact skills. I have a very small pool of people to invite now. All of these people put social media marketing on their tab. And they have video editing also. So I've got a very small pool of people right now. And that's what you want. I have 26 people that are all active in the last 2 weeks. Now what I do, I right click and hit T on the keyboard, and I go to new tab. And so that's my last job. So now I just paste the old thing I know that worked. And since his name's up there, and he has K clearance, so I'm going to copy and paste his name. And here, now this is where I put the sales pitch in. In order to do this, I can go back to my job postings and literally copy the job post as the sales pitch, because I already took the time to do this. There, now I already took the time to do this. Let me go in here. And so I go take this out. You might So now I've got the sales pitch right there. I want to edit it a little bit. There, I want to keep my signature in there too in case he searches for me. So, there, I go and edit that. Okay, so if you enjoy learning about, you can make $10 for each 10 edited for my longer. The idea is that you can easily get paid $30 to $50 to edit one of my longer videos into shorter sections, or $100 to combine a few of my shorter videos into longer ones. So I might need to edit the actual job description too to reflect those changes I just made. So you can see how to do this all collectively combined together. And just take out on a regular basis. Okay, that's great. Now I just go save. Now I go back to the job. Clarence, if you enjoy learning about Facebook, YouTube, making money online, you can make $10 for each 20 to 30 minute video edited from my longer videos, and $25. The idea is that you can easily get paid $30 to $50 to edit one of my longer videos into shorter sections. And now what I want to do is put the learning element in there. You can effectively get paid to learn about these subjects and more while you edit my videos for use in lectures in online courses. You can make $10 to $20 there. So now I've got the exact instructions, and now I change this to alright, now that's the total package now. I'm going to go copy that and put that over in my notepad just to make sure nothing happens. So now look at that. Clarence, if you enjoy learning about Facebook, you can effectively get paid to learn about these subjects and more while you edit my videos for use in lectures. You can make $10 for each 10 to 20 minute video edited from one of my longer videos, and $25 for each comprehensive video of 2+ hours. The idea is you can easily get paid $30 to $50 to edit one of my longer videos into shorter sections, or $100 to combine a few of my shorter videos into longer ones. So there, now I tell him exactly what to do. So he has everything in this one little message he needs to apply for this job. So now I hit send invitation. And note that I've found a freelancer who put these exact skills on his profile. So now I close this page and I go back here. I right click tab. Now watch this. ODESK makes this really helpful. Look, now it's the same message I sent last time. So all I do is paste Troy into here and hit send invitation. When you're doing this strategy, it's absolutely critical to use the name to begin. The reason is you want them to know, even though you have sent this out to a lot of people, you want them to know that you are paying attention to them specifically. So if it starts with Erin, it's easier to imagine I sent this message to her very specifically, which I did. I've gotten a lot of invitations before to interview, and the main fault is that they're not personal. So the way to make it personal is to just start out by pasting the name in. And I don't do hi or hey or anything, I just put their name in. No distractions, straight to the name. And then I make sure it loads to make sure the application went through. And then I roll through and click more. I don't even look at their profiles. And for better or worse, I did this same strategy successfully with online dating. I don't even look at their profiles because I'll check their profiles out once they do the job for me. And so now I can roll through and do this faster. So if you're looking at this from a freelancer's point of view, what you can see is all you need to do is be in the right place at the right time when someone like me is looking on ODESK for you. So you want to have the right skills in your profile. You want to have a good profile line up here. And most importantly, you want to be recently active. If you're active on ODESK, even if you just log in for a little bit, you can see that's the main criteria I'm using to invite to this job. I'm inviting people who are active. So that's how I sorted for this. I sorted for people who are active. I'm going through and inviting anyone that's active recently to this job. And I'm not even caring about how many hours they've worked, because sometimes someone that's worked no hours is more likely to do work for me than someone that hasn't. The thing is, I don't know what's going to work. So I just roll through and invite people fast. I put the two exact skills I wanted in so I could try and find the exact right kind of person. I roll through and send the invitations. So you can see, in order to get work like this, this could be a great part-time gig for any of these people. They could be making a few $100s a week, spending a few hours a week doing this work for me. And they might enjoy it and be learning how to do things that are useful to them. At the same time, as an employer, if you're looking to speed up and make your hiring process more effective on ODESK, you can see how fast this is, and you can see from my previous job how effective this is. That's why I'm making a video on it, because I'm pretty confident about how good this work is. And you can see the value of specifically sorting is that I get deep into the search results. If you search on a more broad term, it's hard to get what you want because there's thousands of people and it's just too many to go through. So I'm starting by inviting these random people to this job, and then I will go back through and invite people based on how many people apply. So I've sent out 25-ish invites to this job. So I go back here, job postings, and it takes a minute to update sometimes. So you can see that I have 10 pending invitations right now. Pretty soon it'll turn into more. So what I do then is I watch the messages come in and I watch the interviews for the job to come in. And that's all I have to do. I sit back and wait for people to send their job application in. So I really appreciate you spending this time with me. I hope what I've shared with you has been useful, whether you're trying to hire on ODESK or get hired, or just thinking about using ODESK in either capacity. I appreciate every minute you've spent with me, and if you've watched this long, you most certainly would want to go to my website and find a lot more about what I've been doing. I've got an absurd amount of things I write about on my website. My blog, I have 50 plus new posts just since May. So that's in less than 6 months. I'm just putting out a ridiculous amount of posts because I have an efficient business system. So go to my website and take a look around and see. You can just type in the search bar if you want and find out, and look, it pops up all these results about what I've done related to whatever you want to know about. So it's jerrybanfield.com, or you can just search for me in Google, Jerry Banfield. Thank you very much for getting to know me today, and thank you very much for spending this time with me.